All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are live and ready to go. Sure, we're sure we're good to go. All right, can I see the chat? Yep, we are live. Perfect. Perfect. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Please, let me know if y'all can hear me. Hello, Desi. Hello, Nightwolf Games. Hello, Hornet Killer. Hello, Pierre. Welcome to the channel, guys. Thank you. What's up, Lathan? How we doing? How we doing? What? Oh my God! What a 24 hours it has been. What a first 2 weeks of 2023 it's been, ladies and gentlemen. Never would have thought that I'd be making this announcement, but things just happen, guys, and this is for the betterment of us all. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna give it a few more seconds. Put out to let everybody know that we're live. I put out an announcement last night that I had an emergency bookers meeting um, with the entire crew last night. We met and we talked about the future of the series and what's next because of with the looming announcement that WWE is doing IRL. I don't want to be a part of that universe mode wise. So it was a about 3 hour conversation, 3 4 hours. I didn't leave the I didn't leave the call till about 1 in the morning my time. And we talked about what we were gonna do, the plans that we're gonna do, and now I'm gonna be here to officially announce this today. So what's happening with the series is we're not going away. No. CTP is still alive and well, but there will be a different change of CTP. So, what do I mean by that? So, the future of Coletrain Productions WWE. So, after some conversations with my uncle today, I had some conversations with the booking crew last night. We are deciding that Coletrain Productions WWE will be no more. After more than 6 seasons of the WWE series, dating back to WWE2K 14, from season 1 all the way up until the fully fledged season 6, which ended in August of 2020. We are officially ending the WWE series. There will no longer be WWE Coletrain Productions after 7 seasons. Well, technically 6 full seasons and 7.5. Well, 6.5 seasons because we didn't get to season the ending of season 7. So season 7 will end early. We will not release Unforgiven. We will not release No Mercy. We will not release Game Over. We will not release Halloween Havoc. Survivor Series will not get a full premiere. Royal Rumble will not be released, and the February pay-per-views of No Way Out and what was it? Oh crap! February pay-per-views of No Way Out and Fastlane will not be released. It was a difficult decision last night, but I feel like it is our time to officially end the WWE series, especially after what's going on with the news in WWE. It just feels like we just don't want to do it anymore. And I don't want to be a part of something that at the end of the day, I know you guys don't care about it, but like there's that looming factor that, you're supporting something that you don't want to support. And the decisions that they're making, I just don't want to be a part of that for a while. So that's why I came to the decision, and the entire crew came to the decision to end the WWE series. And how we're going to do that is season 7 will end early, as I stated. We're going to release the big matches that you were going to see in the next 6 to 9 months of season 7, leading up to NXT TakeOver London and WrestleMania London, night 1 and night 2. What do I mean by that? WrestleMania and NXT TakeOver will still happen, and will still be premiered and will still be released. Those entire match cards are still going to happen, and you guys will still be able to see all of the hard work that we were building up to. And then after that, we're going in a brand new direction. So, like I said, we're not going anywhere. It's just that the WWE series is ending. The universe mode is not ending. What do I mean by that? So after WrestleMania WrestleMania London Night 2, we will be starting with a clean slate, new rosters as always, and new shows. So we will do the season 8 draft, not season 1, not season 2, not season 3. The season 8 draft will happen. I told you, Coletrain Productions is not going anywhere. The WWE series is ending. That don't mean the universe mode is ending, period. The season 8 draft will still happen, still go on as planned, like it was always going to happen, behind closed doors, like we did with the season 7 draft. The shows that we're going to do to replace the WWE series is Coletrain Productions AEW Dynamite will replace Monday Night Raw. Coletrain Productions AEW Rampage will replace NXT. And Coletrain Productions Ring of Honor Pro Wrestling will replace Friday Night SmackDown. These 3 brands will be the brand new brands for the series, and will all of the history, everybody that has wrestled in Coletrain Productions, all of the championship history, everything that has happened the last 7 seasons, including all of the calls that were involved in the series, everything will carry over and continue with brand new shows in Ring of Honor, AEW, and AEW Rampage. Now, the way our AEW will be different is Rampage will have its own exclusive pay-per-views. That's right. It will not only just be a show. AEW will host its own pay-per-views. Rampage will host its own pay-per-views. And Ring of Honor Pro Wrestling will have its own pay-per-views. Each brand will have its own pay-per-view schedule. We haven't decided on what the ending of the season will be yet. But since we don't have a WrestleMania anymore, I got to figure out what our WrestleMania show will be to end this series. And it will be a full calendar year like the WWE series was. So from May to April, as just like the WWE series was, we're going to have a full season to continue on like that. Now, there's still little workings and details of how we're going to get to the ending, but that's going to be handled behind closed doors. And we'll figure all of that out when we get our pay-per-view schedule together, and you guys will just see it whenever you see it. But that is how we're going to handle the new shows. So it's still going to be just like it was with the WWE series. It's just that we're not going to have any WWE names. There won't be no Unforgiven, no Mercy, all of that stuff. No. Anything under the WWE banner will not be in this series. It will all be AEW, and it will all be Ring of Honor. Rampage will have its own custom pay-per-view names, on unique pay-per-view sets, and graphics will be to the AEW Rampage, because our AEW Rampage won't be 1 hour. No, it will be like a fully fledged show. It will be however long it's going to be. It will be unique and different from how everybody else does Rampage. Same for Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor will have its own pay-per-views, own sets, own unique graphics as well. and obviously the regular AEW Dynamite. Monday Night Dynamite will have its own thing as well. So that's how everything is going to be different with the series going forward. Those are the three brands that we will be doing. Now, I know you guys still love WWE. And I still got something for the WWE crowd. Although the WWE series is ending, if WWE makes the right call and not into any controversy in the next 6 months, I will be doing something special that I'll be doing on my own just for our WWE audience. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, they don't. Now the bookers don't know about this. This is all me right here. So, I've come up with an alternative to keep WWE stuff still on the channel if they do right. So in case they still they get themselves together and I like what they're doing personally, we'll still do WWE stuff with 2K22 and beyond. So I will be doing a general manager mode, but not a general manager mode. What do I mean by that? So I don't know if you guys watch Film Pro Wrestling. He's another Universe Mode YouTuber. He had this thing called My Mode or whatever it was called, and I really like the concept and idea of that. So I'm going to make it my own thing. I haven't come up with a name yet. I don't want to call it GM mode because you might get confused with the actual GM mode now. So I'm still coming up with a name for it, but I'll be doing something similar to that. It will be a combination of Universe mode and GM mode with GM mode like elements. So we'll still have trades, we'll still have the contracts, we'll still have money will still be involved in the series and all that stuff of that. So like each brand will have a certain amount of money, and we'll still do trades and stuff like that. But it won't be like the GM mode where you simulate and you watch the matches and stuff. No, it will be like Universe Mode S matches. So you'll still get the Universe Mode production, the Universe Mode commentary. It will be on my own, of course, because this is my own thing. So Expert Gaming won't be involved. Super Kid Gaming won't be involved. Everybody else won't be involved. This will probably be my own side project, and I might get some people from Universe Mode War involved if they want to. It's going to be up to them. But that is if WWE does right and they get it together. Then I will continue to produce WWE content in that way. That way it satisfies everybody. So there will be content for everyone on the channel now, instead of just content for two audiences, if you get what I mean. Like, previously we had content for our WWE crowd and our people that wanted something different with Universe Mode War. Now you have AEW content. You have Ring of Honor content, something for our indie people. You have still WWE content, but in a different format. And you still have the Universe Mode War. All of that is what I'm thinking of doing for you guys. And I thought about this, like I was, last night I slept on it and I was like, this is the best call that we should do going forward. Because I'm all about pushing the envelope and I'm all about doing things differently than everybody else has done it. I've always been a firm believer that whenever something gets stale, you got to change. And for 7 seasons, I did the WWE Universe mode, and I thought I had 2 more seasons left in me before I was going to change everything else. But now with a lot of things going on with personally and a lot of things going on in the wrestling world right now, I feel like the change for the is now. Like, now it's time to do those ideas that we always wanted to do. Now, fun fact, this was going to be season 8 anyway. Season 8, before I was going to wait till the next season to do it, season 9. But there was an idea that floated around of changing the series and having WWE, AEW, and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like there was going to be one WWE show, AEW, of course, and then New Japan Pro Wrestling was going to be the original season 8. It's still something like that, but there will be no New Japan involved this time because it's just easier not having them involved. So that is the big announcement. So what you guys can expect as far as scheduling is we're going to, like I said, release NXT TakeOver London and WrestleMania London Night 1 and Night 2. After those shows are done, we're moving on to the new format and new series with season 8. Their episode counter will be restarted. So the first episode of season 8 will be AEW Dynamite. Our second episode will be AEW Rampage. Third episode will be RH episode 3. So that's how we're going to do the episode. It won't be 151, 152. No. We're not continuing that. All that's done. It's like WrestleMania will be the end of an era. 7 seasons of work is ending there. But like I said, all of that history, all of that lineage, all of those championship reigns, all of that will carry over into season 8 under new companies. So when you hear me reference that AJ Styles is a former world champion somewhere else, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen it happen in the WWE series. All of that's carrying over. That's what I'm saying. So if I say that AJ Styles faced, just throwing it out there, Finn Balor last season, when I say that on commentary, don't do a blank eye. No, that happened because it's just all that's still carrying over, So that's what I want you guys. I really want to stress that, and I really want you guys to understand that. So, it's still going to be a fresh start at the end of the day as well. So keep that in mind too. So in the new series, in the series, so whenever let's throw this out there. Let's say Karrion Kross wins the AEW World Championship. It will still be his first ever AEW World Championship in the series he's never won the AEW World Championship in the series. When I say that, so again, it's still going to be a fresh start, but again, all that history and past rivalries will still carry over into the new season. Now, there will be an explanation on, we're still working out the details about, like, I know you guys are questioning, like, how you're going to get rid of WWE stuff and how you're going to explain the change. We're still working on that in, like, storyline perspective and storyline wise. That is still being worked on. And we're going to meet and figure out something to make it make sense story wise about why AEW and Rampage and Ring of Honor all of a sudden is on the Coletrain channel. Don't worry about that. We're pretty intelligent people, so I feel that we can make it make sense story wise. Y'all don't have to worry about that. I know a question is gonna come about how would that make sense story wise. I got you. So also in season 8, the game, it will still be WWE 2K22 and WWE 2K19. Okay? Modded, of course. So we'll still be using the same games that we've always used for the CTP series, which will still be the WWE2K series. I'm not changing the game just because we're getting rid of WWE stuff. No, the game will still be the same. So, as I stated, I stated this in the thing. Don't be surprised. Sometimes we might like we did with the CTP series, WWE series. We might throw in the UFC, because somebody we might have a little special occasion where we use a different game. But 99% of the content you see from the season 8 will be the WWE series. WWE 2K. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Announcement wise, are there any questions, comments, or concerns that you guys have? What do you guys think as well? So leave. I'm leaving it open for questions. So ask away. I know y'all got questions. So Just let me know and give me one quick second. I got something to do with some audio real quick. Hold on. But ask your questions. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 seconds. Think about it. Okay, okay. Hold on. All right. All right. So Desi got a question. Um, will Fire Pro Wrestling be involved? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know as of right now. But like I said, um, just like I say, you might see the diversity in the games. You might see a wrestling code show up. You might see because I don't know the features of the wrestling code. We don't have that much information on the wrestling code, so that game might show up in the series. You might see the AEW game show up for a one match or two. But again, like the AEW is more of an arcadey style, so you won't see that. You won't see that game that much. It's still gonna. I'm still going to be like using the simulation based style, and that's right now the only game that give us that is the WWE2K game. But I am open to using other wrestling games as well, and the bookers are open to that as well. So don't be surprised if you see multiple games in one video. But like I'm saying that now, they told me this yesterday. 99 like 98 97% of the games that you'll be seeing the game that you'll be seeing is WWE 2K. Will that be 1922 and the inevitable 2K23 will be shown? Um, will you make a custom pay per view for ROH, etc.? As an original pay per view, yes. We are doing that. We are doing the original pay per views, and they will have their own unique sets as well. There will also be some unique pay per view names. Like I know that we were going to do for this season. Unfortunately, we didn't get to. We were a month away. You guys were going to see CTP Game Over. That was a pay per view that was came up by Mr. Super Kid Gaming, and we used that. That was going to be a SmackDown exclusive pay per view. So there will be custom names like that. That makes sense, of course, for ROH, for AEW, and Rampage. Rampage, obviously, IRL does not have any pay-per-views named after the show. So all of those Rampage show pay-per-view names will be custom, will be made up, and those are going to need to be get done by us, and obviously those are going to have unique sets to them because of course they don't exist IRL. So yes, there will be originality in all of our pay-per-views for ROH, Rampage, and AEW. Well, oh, yeah, I answered that question already. Yeah, because like I said, like I said, you're going to be using. You're going to be seeing different type of games possibly. I'm not going to say, oh, it's going to be straight WWE 2K. I'm not going to promise that because we might use the AEW game when it comes out. We might use the wrestling code when it comes out. It just depends on like whatever we feel comfortable using for that situation or matchup or story. But like I said, most of the things you're going to be seeing is still going to be WWE 2K. Because that's the game that give us the most realism and the simulation style that we like to our series. Are there any other questions? Just throwing it out there. And like I said, once again, this doesn't change anything with our calls. The calls will still carry over to the new season as well. So if you were concerned about, seeing Lorenzo Sampson and Darren Talton, all of them will be in the new season as well and will be eligible to be drafted to their or signed to their brand if they don't get drafted in the draft that we'll be doing soon behind closed doors. Yes. If y'all don't, if but I'm taking any more questions you guys have. I know it's still a little early. I know we probably don't have a big crowd in here, but I want to get here and get the announcement going instead of waiting days to get it done. Because I know I just wanted to like get it out the way. I know the change is happening. It's gonna feel a little weird. I ain't gonna lie. Yes, as I stated, AEW Rampage will have its own unique titles to that brand. It's basically going to be our NXT, So, Rampage obviously doesn't have that many titles IRL because it's only a 1 hour show. Like I said earlier in our thing, our Rampage won't be 1 hour. It will be as long as how NXT was. It will be as long as that. It will be like a legit brand. So, like I said, we will have custom AEW titles for AEW and ROH and Rampage. So look forward to that. Some of them will be custom. Some of them we're going to use the actual designs IRL of those titles, depending on if Community Creations have a decent title. How would I crown the champions? So, good question. That is an absolutely amazing question. So we do have brand rules for our drafts. Now, I believe I'll have to double check on this, but most of the championships will be vacated. Most of the things are not carrying over from the last season because, like I said, it's a fresh start with new brands and stuff like that. But I believe probably the only championship that's carrying over is probably the World Championship, but I gotta double check on that one because I remember us saying fresh start, which means like no champion. So, but I will get back to you on that one once the WWE draft is finished and we have the show premiered. Before it premieres, I'll go over the draft rules about how our championships will work. But majority of them will be vacated and crowned at a later date because it is a fresh start and we're getting rid of championships. And to answer your question, ROH and AEW Rampage will have Rampage will have its own women's championship and Rampage will have its own tag team championships and all stuff like that. Same for ROH. ROH women's title, ROH tag team championships, all that stuff. And same for AEW too. Were you an expert commentator AEW? Yes. The AEW, ROH, and Rampage will all be commentated by me, an expert. That is not changing. The 2-person format is not changing into next season. Yes, I meant AEW draft. Well, we're gonna call it the Coletrain Productions draft for now. I don't know how we're gonna. I think everything dealing with the 3 brands itself for now will be called CTP. I don't know if we're gonna call it the AEW draft. I don't know. I honestly don't know what the name of the draft will be yet. We're still getting a name together since it's not WWE anymore. I'll get back to you on the name. But yes, even the Creators World Heavyweight Championship. Now, expert, correct me if I'm wrong. That Creators World Heavyweight Champion is carrying over in the next series, right? I mean, the next season, right? I believe that is. Will there be legends involved in AEW and ROH? Yes, there will be legends involved. So you can see those legends come um into the series, and I will reference them having history from um the previous WWE series. Does history from CTP WWE carry over to the history of our AEW and ROH? Like, for example, we reference Balor as a former world champion. Those kind of titles will be used in the AEW version. Yes, I told you guys. Yes, I went over that. I think you probably left, but history will carry over. I will say Finn Balor is a former WWE two-time WWE champion. Karrion Kross is a former world champion if he wins the belt this season. Y'all don't know if he wins the belt this season because you'll have to watch WrestleMania to find out. I will talk about Jay White being a former United Intercontinental Champion. You know what I'm saying? All of that history will still carry over. Finn Balor's legendary 1-year WWE Championship reign from season 6 will carry over to the AEW and ROH. All of that stuff will be referenced. Every past rivalry that Finn Balor has had. If Finn Balor gets in the ring with Johnny Gargano in the new in AEW or ROH, we will reference that on commentary. All of that history is still staying the same. Jonathan, what made me decide to do the move is because we wanted to do something new. And we felt that now is the right time to move on, especially given everything that is going on in the WWE right now. This was a unanimous decision by everybody in Coletrain Productions, including myself and my uncle, who are the two leaders. We just decided to just move on and get something different going on after 7 seasons of doing WWE related universe mode for Coletrain Productions. Yes, there will be custom factions. Some tag teams, some tag teams will carry over from the CTP WWE series. So Imperium maybe will be eligible to be drafted. The Usos will be eligible to be drafted. All of those stuff will be carried over in AEW and ROH. Correct. So, no problem, Jonathan. Yes. So whoever is the Raw Women's Champion, SmackDown Women's Champion, NXT Women's Champion, NXT Champion, WWE Champion, and World Heavyweight Champion will carry over in Season 8 as those champions. Draft rules will be similar to how it was last season. So if, let's say, ROH takes whoever was the World Heavyweight Champion at the end of Season 7, and AEW takes the WWE Champion at the end of Season 7, then that means whoever was the NXT Champion, Rampage will take that. Just for an example. So if two of the brands take a world champion, the other brand will be given whoever the last world champion was and picked. So we don't have 2 world champions on the same brand like last time. General managers / authority figures will be up to each brand to figure out who their individual general managers will be. It is a catalog of many people that could be general managers for these companies. So, brands. So stay tuned, whoever that will be. I'm not going to tell you who they're going to be because honestly, I don't know who's going to be general managers of AEW or Rampage or RH yet. We are still in the planning phase, getting things together. Will this be on 2K19 or 2K22? It will be majority on WWE 2K22 because a lot of this stuff was not downloaded because we wasn't preparing for this because we didn't think that the WWE series will end at the time when we were mass downloading things on community creations. So I would say this will be a 90% WWE 2K22 going forward and beyond. So 90% WWE 2K22. You might see that little 10 to 5%, maybe some modded 2K19, but I'm not gonna promise it. A really modded 2K19 thing. Yes, we can do mods, but that is up to the people that produce the shows. If they want to mod that show, that's up to them. I leave all production up to the producers of the shows and myself, of course. So if they want to use 2K19 mods, they can. If they don't want to, they don't have to use it. They can use WWE2K22. So we'll, again, like I said, it'll be a mix of 19, 22, and inevitably WWE2K23 whenever that releases down the line this year. Those are the three majority games we will be using for these three brands. Yes, same thing how the CTP WWE series has. I will still be doing special guest commentators for big pay-per-view shows and specials. So stay tuned for seeing your favorite YouTubers again on the Coletrain channel. Now, there will not be that many special guest commentators for WrestleMania London. There will be a few, and NXT TakeOver London. There will be a few, but not a lot, because we're trying to get WrestleMania London and NXT TakeOver London to you guys as soon as possible, so we can begin the new era and new change of CTP with season 8. So y'all are getting good with the questions. I love it. I love answering questions. Answering questions is fun, and because that means that I got y'all interest and y'all are actually invested in the channel, which I really appreciate. I love whenever y'all ask me questions and I have to give you guys an answer. It's great. I think I really covered the big things. Hello, UM fan 1234. Thank you so much for joining this stream. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you for being here. But yeah, so there's only going to be the male and female world champions are carrying over from WrestleMania and NXT TakeOver London. That's it. Those are the only people. Excuse me, I need to get something to drink. That will be carried over for season 8. Everybody else will be every other championship will be up in the air, and the brands will have to figure out a way to crown their champions in season 8. Well, since you just joined, we announced that Coletrain Productions WWE is ending, and we will be going in a brand new direction. And since you just joined, the official statement will be out on the community tab. So if you guys missed anything or I forgot to get to your question, I will post the entire statement that I wrote up and basically went over here in the stream in the community tab, and you guys can ask me questions in the community tab if I don't answer your question here, or if you couldn't think of a question, ask in the community tab when this live stream's over. It is looking awesome. It is looking very, very awesome. Basically, that's what we're doing. We're starting with a clean slate a little bit, not all the way. Well, I mean, Nick is a big busy guy, but I mean, if he's always down to hop on and join us one day, that's up to him. I'm not gonna, say that, that he has to join, but if he wants to join, that's very, very cool. I really appreciate that. Nick is great. He has a great thing going on his channel as well, and I really appreciate Nick and all he does for his channel, and and all and the support that he give our channel and our team. So, oh, absolutely. And for all Universal Award fans, everything with Universal Award that we have discussed is staying the same. That is not changing. So, ECW and WCW is still going on, and look forward to seeing those things down the line. No problem, Nick. No problem. Yes, shout out to Nick, man. He just released an episode yesterday. If you guys haven't watched it already, please go check it out. It's really, really good. Really, 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 really good. Um, I mean, Hornet, it can, but I mean, you gotta like to get your creators juice going. Um, you gotta start booking again. You gotta do it on your own. You gotta, you know, flesh those ideas out and get some content out. You know that's how you get those great creative juices going because you gotta make those mistakes first, and then you know then we'll be going from there. I honestly don't know how I feel about 2K22 because I have no idea what's it going to be about. I don't have no info on it. All I know is I hope it builds on what WWE 2K22 did right and is a very good game. 2K has been radio silent about it. I guess we're going to hear some about it at the Royal Rumble. That's my prediction on it, but I hope it's a good game. That's all I'm going to say on it right now. I have no opinions on it. I will be making videos about it probably in the coming months after we get more info. I would love to join commentary with Nick on his channel. That's again, Nick just got to DM me and hit me up whenever he wants me on commentary, and then I'll make it work in my schedule. But I really appreciate that. Um, really, really appreciate it. Well, Hornet, it takes commitment. That's all I'll say. So, well, there was originally going to be one coming out on CTP SummerSlam, but since the WWE series is ending soon, I guess I might do one. I might do some stuff like giving you guys some advice on some things in the coming weeks and stuff. But I would like to get another one out. I just got to figure out a topic to talk about. Maybe me expert and Superkick might get on here to talk to you guys about original plans for season 7. What were you guys going to see leading up to WrestleMania? That might be something we do once we get season 8 up and running and everything going with that. There might be a video with me expert and Superkick going over some plans for specific stars that you guys are going to see in season 7. So that might be the next one we'll do. CTP interviews is still going strong. I still need to get some people interviewed. I just have been busy with other things. Um, and I will look to have an episode of that out hopefully by the end of this month, if not early February. I do have people lined up to interview. I just got to get my OBS and my Discord together to record the audio for some people that I won't see in person, obviously, so you guys can still see them and be able to relate and get that interview together. So, but I am talking with Gresh about that, about how he does his interviews for his podcast, and then I'll go from there and continue on with CTP interviews. But you will get another interview very very soon. WCW is not changing. The next episode is fully recorded, edited, and commentated. I am waiting to wrap up the next ECW episode, and then you guys will be seeing the next ECW and WCW. As I stated earlier, this change will not affect Universe Mode War. Universe Mode War is still going to be the same way it has always been, and it will operate the same way. We have episodes written out for weeks on ECW, and WCW also has their next couple pay-per-views already booked and written out. It's just a matter of production at this point, which I have been getting a lot of production done on the show, and Living Dangerously and Wrestle War are like almost 80% recorded each. So you guys will be seeing the first pay-per-views and the next couple episodes very, very, very soon. So look forward to that. Again, nothing's changing with WCW and ECW. That entire staff for both shows are staying. And the schedule staying the same. I'm not changing those brands for Universal War because of what's going on in CTP. No, everything is staying the same with that. So, and that again will be primarily a WWE 2K22 series, as it was intended to be. All right. Any more questions you guys got? If he is drafted, I don't know if Chris Danger will be on AEW or AEW Rampage. I don't know. It that depends on where Chris Danger's drafted. Again, like I stated, Cause will be eligible to be drafted um in the season 8 draft. So you might see Chris Danger in ROH, you might see Chris Danger in AEW, you might see Chris Danger in Rampage. I don't know. You're just gonna have to wait and see what happens with Chris Danger. Where he's gonna go. I don't know. You'll find out whenever not the CTP draft comes out. I'm so used to saying WWE draft. My bad, y'all. It's been a rough 24 hours, but I got to get my wording together now. Because you know you know you get so used to saying something, you know it's like it's kind of hard to move on from it for a bit. Like I was saying 2022, and we were like 5 days in 2023. But yes, there will be no exceptions. Everybody's eligible to be drafted. There will be a set amount of people on each brand, of course, but your roster, no one's off the cards. Literally, no one's off the cards. So we don't know where anybody's going to end up at. I honestly have no clue. It's going to be the biggest draft that we've ever done in series history. Yes, it's crazy. Absolutely, man. One door closes, the other another opens, man, and that's always been my mindset. You got to try some new things, get some new things together, because at the end of the day, whenever you're doing YouTube, your charisma and what your hard work will shine more than whatever brand you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell JW that like JW has one of the most unique universe moves on YouTube. He has a fully fledged call one in TNA. Where do you see that at often? Not many places. And the reason why it's so successful is because of the hard work he's put into it for one, and his charisma. He's relatable. You know what I'm saying? He puts in the hard work, and has some great storylines. That's all it takes. That's literally all it takes, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard to build a successful universe mode. It's not. The problem with most people is it's this time and commitment. A lot of people want to get the financial side of it and lose focus of the passion. Now, don't get me wrong. If this is your full-time job, I don't blame you. But if you're doing this for part-time, I don't see that happening in the near future. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really gotta like put in like the work to get it done, and don't really see taking shortcuts, as I would say. Exactly. Everyone you will see in the series now, you will see in AEW, you will see in ROH, and you will see in Rampage. So that goes for Cause. That goes for the stars that are already in the series, like a Kenny King, like PJ Black, like Ricochet, like John Cena, like Karrion Kross, like The Undertaker. Just throwing names out there. Everybody that is currently in the series right now, you will more than likely see in ROH, AEW, and Rampage. Correct. Kenny Omega. Where is Kenny Omega going to go? Is he going to end up on Rampage? Is he going to end up on ROH? I don't know. We'll see. We will see. None of that is really changing and like all that stuff with that. Because like I said, it's going to be the biggest draft that we've ever done. Literally everybody. The rosters that we have now are so big. Now imagine every single person being available. And imagine the free agent pool. Imagine the trades that you can see. Pretty much that's how we're going to do it. But I'm going to make sure this announcement is good to go logically. I don't have no mistakes in there. And I'm going to put this in the community tab, and we will continue that conversation there. I got time I'm going to be on here for about 3-4-ish more minutes. So any last minute questions that you guys have? Because I have to go. I have to start prep. Because now, since this is out, we have to start prepping and getting NXT TakeOver London and WrestleMania London produced, commentated, and I also got to start getting graphics made for those shows. Well, most of them are already made, but we got to start getting that stuff in motion, and we still have to get a WWE draft done too. So once I get off here, I have a lot to do. So plus I still got other videos I need to do too. So I'm going to be on here for about 2 or 3 more minutes, and then we're going to close out. And I still... Yeah, man. I mean, it's thanks to y'all that we're still here. And it's really thanks to everybody that watches these videos, supports these videos, that have subscribed. That's why we're still here and kicking it in 2023. You know, I never really expect. I mean, it is kind of funny because this is the 10-year anniversary of Coletrain Productions, and in the last 10 years, we've done a lot of WWE since 2013. So it's kind of fitting that at 10 years, now we have a brand new direction. To celebrate 10 years of going now to the future. With more than just WWE, multiple companies now. And within the entire universe. I find that very, very fitting when I thought about it last night. Whenever we was discussing about the future. I found that very fitting. And my uncles told me that thing too. He was like, man, 10 years ago, we were just doing this for fun. And now you're making like boss decisions. Like, you know, you really have grown up. That's what he told me. He told me that today. I really have grown up. And he was like, he told me he was glad that he gave me the chair. And let me run with it on YouTube. Because he said he could never. So it was a very fun conversation that we had today about the future and like celebrating 10 years and stuff. I'm really gonna call like WrestleMania London will be the end of an era, because it will be. It will be the end of, again, one of the most beautiful eras of my life. Because like this is like, I mean, like people don't get it because most people won't get it, but like I feel like how Murphs and Gresham felt when they said, "Yeah, I'm done." But I'm not done. It's just I'm starting a new chapter. If you get what I'm saying, because I'm not leaving. No, I'm not leaving anytime soon. But it's like a new chapter that you're starting. A chapter that you never thought that would come this fast. If you get what I'm saying. I always joked about that. Oh yeah, season 7 is gonna end next year. You know what I'm saying? I said 2024 gonna be our year. We're season 7 gonna end then. You know what I'm saying? Because I always made that joke because I was like, I didn't really want it to like really be like, dang, like this is it. You know what I'm saying? Because like as the seasons end, then that means we're inevitably getting closer to the end of the series, and also getting closer to, you know, the change that I was basically going to make anyway. So that's how I feel. It will feel like an end of an era, not the end of me on YouTube, but an end of an era, a beautiful era of me doing this for with a WWE series. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. One last question, and we get out of here. Quick question: How did it feel when you commentated for Delzinski when he was doing Universe mode? That had to be an awesome moment. It was one of the best moments that I've ever had, in a long time. That was one of my first big special guest opportunities, and it opened up the door to commentate for multiple Universe modes, which I still have the honor and privilege to do today. So I really thank Delzinski for getting me out there and getting me out there to that big, massive Universe mode audience that allowed those people that watched that video with me subscribe to my channel and still follow me to this day. And that wouldn't have happened without Delzinski. So I really appreciate him for that. But that's all I got time for, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we will continue this conversation in the community tab down below. If you think of any questions, please, let me know, and I will post the official announcement in the community tab, and then I will answer those questions to you guys, just not on video. So if y'all have any more other questions, comments, or concerns, just let me know, folks, and we will get to them whenever we get to them. Y'all have a great evening, and I will keep you guys posted on the production of WrestleMania London and NXT TakeOver London. And after that, we'll move forward with Season 8 of CTP. But I've been your host, Coletrain. Like, subscribe, and share. Have an amazing rest of your day. And I'll talk to you guys very soon. See you guys with some Universe Mode War as well very, very soon. Peace out, y'all.